Okay, so we just put in the new balcony along with the retaining wall which will support the balcony, then later on the roof here once we modify it. But if we look at the side or the back view here of our house, we see our new balcony here and it comes straight out. Again, we still have a pretty big gap here where we have no way to get up onto that. We could solve this in a couple of different ways. We could put in a set of steps, or in the case that we're going to take, we're going to just slope this down here. We're going to put a ramp essentially. That way, if need be, it's handicap accessible. So to do that, come back here to more of an isometric view. Looking at the side here, the easiest way to do that will be once again to modify this balcony we just created and slope it down. Okay, to do that, let's go back to Project Browser, our O2 entry level. We're going to modify this floor plan one more time. It's good practice. So we're going to edit that boundary. We're going to come in here and we're going to grab this little 3'6" line and we're going to drag it back almost until we reach the wall. Okay, so let's just drag it back roughly right there. 15 feet 6 inches looks good. We're going to leave go. Alright, once we do that, we're going to hit our green finish edit mode button. We're going to say no to our message. There's our closed loop. We're going to add a completely separate piece of floor here to get it to slope properly. So to do that, we're going to come back to our architecture tab. We're going to click on the floor button. Alright, we're going to draw by line. We're going to leave the chain checked on. We're going to come down here and snap to our endpoint right here at the north wall and our new vertical piece that we just moved. We're going to drag out here again until we intersect with the west wall. I'm going to come back up 3 feet 6 inches. I had to remember that. Then we're just going to close this off by snapping to our endpoint. Then since we need a closed loop, we'll come back down here and snap to our point where we started. The last thing we need to do before we hit the green check mark is come up here to the slope arrow. And so this will add a slope to our balcony, as you can see here in the little preview. If you pause and hover over the slope arrow, I'm going to click that. I'm going to start at the midpoint of this 3'6" wall. It snaps for us. I'm just going to pull straight across until I reach the vertical piece here of the balcony we created. Once I do that, I am going to come to my properties and I'm going to change the height offset at the tail from 1 foot in the air to -1 foot and hit apply. Alright, with that still selected, I'm going to pull open my 3D mode here, come to the back. Actually, we have to hit the green check mark and we'll say no. But we can take a look, and in my case it's still not touching the ground, and it might be the same for you. And in order to make this mesh and kind of work, we're going to have to edit the topo surface here. We could increase the slope on this, but then it would make it too steep to like wheel a wheelchair up, or if you're moving in like a furniture dolly or something like that. So we'll just go ahead and modify the terrain, and in the construction world they would just kind of backfill this with dirt to make it meet up. So we're not doing anything out of the ordinary. So I'm going to click my topo surface and I'll hit edit the surface. I want to bring myself to more of an isometric view here where I can kind of see what's going on. And what I'm going to do, once I hit edit, I'm going to place an additional point. And I think from trial and error, what worked for me, I changed the elevation to -1 foot. And I'm just going to add an additional point somewhere near where my ramp is. And then I'm going to just go back and forth between this isometric view and my back view and see it, my ramp is now touching the dirt, and actually it's a little too much. So I'm just going to grab this point, uncheck place to point, or actually hit modify, grab that point and just kind of work the landscape or the topo surface until it gets me where I want it to go. Okay, I can even bring that point out there. Then I'll hit the green check mark to finish that edit.